Hi everybody. As always, when you're traveling and you buy a new vehicle and you're upgrading and stuff, things happen. So in this case, the owner let me know in the winter, you can see the tape here, it was taped shut because it stopped going up and down. And with the heat of the sun coming on this window, even though it's not that hot today, the sun melted the tape and now it's stuck in this position. Like, it'll go up and down, but only like from here to here. So I need to take the door apart now and get this, at least get it up, to stay up. Alright, so I got the screws out of the speaker down here. And one more screw to take off. And then we'll see just how bad this thing is. Or let's be positive, we'll see how good it is. There we go. Alright, let's see what we got here. Don't really need this plastic. I'm sure there's some good reason for it, but it's not actually needed. So it is history. Alright, Mr. Door. What the heck are you doing here? Alright, so further diagnosis is the motor is locked up and won't work anymore. There's a steel cable. This steel cable here goes up and over. This steel cable is one gigantic loop, and it's supposed to pull it up and pull it down, and the motor won't let it go past about this, or a little higher than this, and the cable gets really tight and it's like locked up. And so what I'm going to have to do is those two that little gold bolt right there, yeah, I can see it. Right there, that little guy, there's one on either side, that actually holds the window. I'm going to take those two bolts out to disconnect it from the motor assembly, slide it all the way up as high as it'll go, and find some way to lock the thing in place. And then it'll at least be secure and steady. So that should be all I need to do to fix it. Let's see how it goes. Alright. I had just the right wrench. I don't have many of these wrenches, but I had the right one, so I think I need to, once I get my job, I need to invest in a good set of these, or a cheap set of wrenches, at least all the sizes. But luckily I had the exact right size. Alright, that one's loose. Alright. Alright, so here's what I came up with. Such a tight space, it's so hard to move in here. And there's just no real way to make something movable or make the window go down at all, so I'm just going to lock it up. So I'm using this tiny little drill bit. I'm drilling a hole through the side here because the window comes all the way almost to the top. Like it's like when they make these modern windows, they use as little. You think that the window would be full length, but it comes really high and then comes down for the mechanism and then comes back up high, so they use less glass. So I'm going to drill a little hole, put a screw, a long screw through it, screw it into it, and then the window will sit on that screw, and I put like 2 layers of duct tape so that it won't crack the window on bumps or anything like the metal on glass. So that's where I'm at now. And I just gotta kind of eyeball where to put this. And I hope I do it right, basically. Well, I just drill a new hole, right? It doesn't matter how many holes I drill. All right. Okay. Let's see how good I did. Oh, mama. Nice. It's gonna work. Then we'll put, so this is Gorilla Tape, so it's nice and thick and sticky, so it shouldn't fall off. Oh, and I can't lower the window, can I? Because I already have one in. There we go. All right. So let's try and line this up. I think that's right. Let's see what we got. Yep, perfect. Now, the window can move, but it still holds a seal. So it could go up. Actually, the front one's really close. I might try another hole. I'm going to drill another hole here, because I can get it a little higher to avoid any moisture coming through that window. A little higher, how about that? Simple as that. Let's put it all back together. Right, that's the hard part. Tearing things apart is always the fun, easy part. Getting it all back together right, that can sometimes be a little tricky. But I was a mechanic. I was a mechanic in the Army for 6 years, so I can say that I should be able to. I took a few door panels off in my day. There we go. There's that. Come on, baby. You can do it. There we go. Gotcha. Got it. All right. And then we'll put this. This will hold her back this way. Keep everything together. And put that guy back on, but definitely leaving this unplugged since it no longer works. Oh, and the other thing I saw, which is interesting, I remember. I'm glad I remembered. But was that the motor, the window motor, when the car's running, like when I grabbed that motor, even when I wasn't messing with it or anything, it was like really hot to the touch. Like the motor was still trying to work even though there's no noise. And so I can imagine on a long trip with that motor, like continually it would overheat and overheat till it caught on fire. And so I could totally see that thing catching on fire if I'd have left it plugged in. So it actually is a really good thing that this got found out and the tape melted and the white tape melted away, or else if I was on a trip for an hour or something, I could totally see a fire starting, because it was like super hot and it was like I could barely hold it to unhook the cables to disconnect it. So always a silver lining. And my little door handle here is not playing nice, so I'm going to have to take this off separately reattach it so that it plays nice with the rest of the door.